Well, thank you for joining me today for Political Talk with Charlotte. I am your host, Charlotte Bergman, and our show airs every Thursday at noon. Many of my friends know that and they come out to support me, and I appreciate that. Today, we're going to discuss a topic I introduced earlier this week. It is there's a shakedown attempt that is occurring. Yes, there are some people in Memphis who want to shake down xAI. We're going to discuss that. And I depend on you to get the word out so that they are not successful in what they're doing. But before we get into our topic today, let's get this show started. How about that? And we are back. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I see we do have some people that are there. I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm honored that you choose to spend your lunch break with me as we're discussing major topics. What is happening in our country? I want to shake my head and then I want to say, yeah, I'm glad. There are so many things that are interesting. Oh, many people are wondering why so many fellow Americans are so angry. Well, I had an opportunity to talk with a liberal, and I'll tell you what, a lot of that anger is coming from the mainstream media, and specifically CNN and MSNBC, probably MSNBC a little bit more than others. So before we get started, I want to remind you, you need to send me an email. Send it to charlotte@charlottebergman.com. You can access either of my Facebook pages at Elect Bergman or at Charlotte.Bergman.9. We're on Bitchute also, at Political Talk with Charlotte, on Twitter at Elect Bergman, on YouTube at Bergman for Congress. And we recently got off Twit because we've got some additional news that you guys are going to be exposed to. And I'm excited about the changes that are about to occur. But before we get started, I want to share this little interview or conversation that I was amused by.
Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. No, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president.
I tell you, I thought that was so amusing, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Elon Musk, and I just finished watching the interview that the president had with the German chancellor, and that's what the media wants to talk about. They want to talk about President Trump's relationship with Elon Musk. And I don't have a background scoop in terms of their relationship. And Elon may be concerned about what the government is doing to affect his business because, liberals impacted his business too. But we appreciate what Elon has done. Now, if you're new to this channel, please leave a comment. And you know what? You can actually subscribe to my channel on YouTube and Rumble. Help us to grow so that we can reach other people and get people to stop watching MSNBC and CNN, the channels that promote hate. Now, Fox News, I don't support everything they discuss, but I'll tell you what, they're not promoting hate. I appreciate it if you would leave a comment and share this video. And in the background, you will see I'm still promoting my book, The Last Trumpet in the Battle for America. Please get the book and share it with others. Today, the news was talking about President Trump's ban on the entry of various people from 12 different countries. A lot of people want to make that out to be something really negative. I don't have all of the background, but I know many of these countries that the president are banning um, their citizens from coming to the United States. Well, these countries include Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Republic of the Congo, New Guinea, wow, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen. And there are 7 countries with partial restrictions: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Guys, these people coming from these countries, they're coming over and we are not able to vet them because their countries are not cooperating with us. And also, many of them come over, and once they get in trouble, their countries don't want them back. So we've got to first, before we let them in, we've got to make sure that they are vetted. And then another very popular subject that's going on, and you think you've heard the last of it? No, this is just beginning. There is an investigation that has started into Joe Biden. It sure is. There is an investigation into Joe Biden. President Trump has ordered an investigation into Joe Biden's mental fitness and his reported use of the auto pen for signing official documents. I'm hearing some things that are, it's going to come out, but I'm hearing some things that's going to cause you to be concerned about who actually controlled the auto pen. Who actually controlled the auto pen? Another thing that happened today was many people, especially people that shop at Walmart, are beginning to be concerned about the tariffs. President Trump actually spoke with President Xi today. He said, I just concluded a very good phone call with President Xi of China, discussing some of the intricacies of our recently made and agreed to trade deal. The call lasted approximately 1.5 hours and resulted in a very positive conclusion for both countries. My assessment is this: don't worry about the trade deal. Take the pain now, and it's going to be easier later. And I compare it to my experience at the beginning of the year. I started working out at the spa, and it was painful at first, but now it's getting easier and easier. We're going to see some positive results. We're going to see that prices are going to be coming down in the United States. We're going to see that inflation is coming down. We're going to see that the cost of gasoline is coming down. We're going to see a lot of positive things in this country. And don't worry about the public fight between Elon and the president, because you know what? I wonder if they're playing good cop, bad cop to get those rhinos off their duffs so that they can pass the big, beautiful bill. I don't know, but I would not be surprised. What do you think? You think that that's what's happening? Look at you guys. I just love you all. Noni. Noni says that Elon did his part. Now it's time for Cash and Bundy. Now it's time for Cash and Bundy to do their part. I agree with you 100%. And she also says, please tell me Soros is a resident of all right, that's a good one. And then we have a new person, Nerali. Ripon, hello, life and joy. Back at you. Thank you for joining us today. This is really great. I love it. I love it so much. Um, let's have the president elaborate a little bit more about the people that are leaving this, that are on the watch. I think he can say it better than I can. Let's see what he has to say.
That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others. The strength of the restrictions we're applying depends on the severity of the threat posed. The list is subject to revision based on whether material improvements are made, and likewise, new countries can be added as threats emerge around the world. But we will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
Bingo! We finally have somebody looking out for us, and will not allow people to come into our country and do us harm.
And nothing will stop us from keeping America safe. Thank you very much.
I appreciate what he's doing. I really do. And I know a lot of people don't appreciate it, but I appreciate it. Mike, thank you for joining us today. Let's see what Mike says. Oh, Mike says, we don't vet our spending, so why would they vet who is coming in? We don't vet our spending, so why would they vet who is coming in? Only law abiding people coming across the border with passports are vetted. So sad that Doge was not successful as it could have been. Where are the Republican district judges? Great, great questions, Mike. I really believe, and I don't have the facts behind me right now, but in terms of Doge, I think there are rescission packages that are being sent to Congress, okay, to be considered. Now, they could have started working on the rescission packages this week, but they chose to not, to my dismay, and probably to Elon's dismay. But I'll tell you what, if they did work on the rescission packages to pass all of the cuts that Doge recognized, the Senate would not pass them. So I really believe after August 18th, that's close to the end of the fiscal year for Congress. They'll be able to pass those bills, and President Trump, and they'll be able to pass them in a pocket rescission. It means they're all together. And I believe that they will be able to get them across. Right now, they know that they cannot get those cuts across because they would have to face 60 votes in the Senate. Those, and Democrats would block them because we only have 53 senators. So it's a numbers game. But keep writing, keep talking to your people, and letting them know, I am talking about your legislators, that you want these bills passed. I'll say this, and this is what President Trump often says. He says, you are going to, I'll let him tell you himself.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll...
I'm not tired of winning. I am not tired of winning. Good point. Thanks. You are in the know. Thank you very much. And Mike, I appreciate you telling me that. I wasn't sure if I was saying the right thing. And Noni says, maybe when the budget bill comes back around, Trump can shut the government down until they pass those cuts. That's something to be taken into consideration. Now, primarily, the reason I wanted to do this show is because on Tuesday, I brought up the fact that there are people out there who do not want Memphis to succeed. We've got some cricket people out there. We've got people who are involved with the NAACP. We've got people who are involved with MCAP, which is a Memphis Community Against Pollution organization. And that's the organization that Justin Pearson has sold himself to. They're more along the line of climate change. Okay. So let's expose the truth about xAI in Memphis and the NAACP's political play. This is a political play, guys. And I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to try to cover it as quickly as possible. You see, guys, Memphis deserves the real story behind xAI supercomputer facility and the gas turbines powering it. Not the half-truth, not the half-truth that the NAACP, Representative Justin J. Pearson, and the Memphis Community Against Pollution organization, MCAP, are telling you. They are protesting to shut down xAI's Colossus project in South Memphis. And it's framed as a fight for community health. But they're conveniently ignoring decades and decades of environmental neglect by the city government. And they're using Boxtown as a pawn in what looks like a shakedown, a political attack on Elon Musk and xAI. I'm going to repeat that. These people are using Boxtown as a pawn in what looks like a political attack on Elon Musk and xAI. So I'm going to try to succinctly break down some of these points, the truth about Boxtown's health crisis. And many of you are probably very familiar with where Boxtown is located. It's way out past Whitehaven, Southwest Memphis, including, what is Nani saying? There you go. Okay, let me finish discussing this, telling you the truth about Boxtown and its public health crises, because it is real. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Here's the deal. Boxtown's respiratory issues and high cancer rates, they're real. Poor air quality has been a problem for decades, long before xAI arrived. I'd attended the meeting at Fairleigh High School, and I was listening to all of those people talking about poor air quality, cancer rates, and etc. And I'm going, where have you guys been? This has been going on for years and years and years. And it is our county commissioners, our city council representatives, our mayor, and various people in leadership who should have addressed this problem long ago. Now, why does xAI use gas turbines? Well, it is because they're using it for an interim solution in order to address the deficiency which has occurred from the city, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, and its officials. You see, xAI colossal supercomputer, there is a $12 billion investment, which is promising jobs and economic growth. And these are not cheap jobs. These are jobs that can really put us on a strong footing in terms of a city. Well, the xAI's Colossus supercomputer facility, it needed massive power up to 422 megawatts initially. And Memphis's grid It couldn't handle it. It wasn't ready to handle that infrastructure. And Elon's not a dummy, and he's a businessman, and he was not going to delay what they needed to do in order to move forward. xAI had no choice but to use methane gas turbines as primary power source to get the facility running in 2022. But by the fall of 2025, there is another substation that's going to be completed. And those turbines will shift to only backup only usage. Backup only. And there are major investments. Tesla Megapacks, the cleaner future. What the NAACP is not telling you, I'll get to you in a second, Mike. What the NAACP is not telling you is xAI has deployed 168 Tesla Megapack batteries, 168 Tesla Megapack batteries delivering 150 megawatts of clean backup power to stabilize the grid during outages or peak demand. These batteries, mind you, not turbines, but batteries, paired with the remaining turbines, are part of xAI plan to reduce emissions and reliance on fossil fuels. The Greater Memphis Chamber confirmed that there was a $250 million investment to get this started. But the NAACP and MCAP claim xAI's 35 turbines violated the Clean Air Act by operating without permits. They are such liars. Here's the truth. Local officials, including the Shelby County Health Department and the mayor, say no permits were required for the turbines' first year temporary use. NAACP and MCAP and Justin Pearson are saying that they need to have a permit, and the Shelby County Health Department and the mayor says no, they don't need it. And Elon and his team have already implemented what is needed. So in steps Memphis Light, Gas, and Water CEO Doug McGowan, calling the NAACP's accusations baseless. And he demanded an apology, pointing out that the Memphis Light, Gas, and Water doesn't regulate turbines. That's the job of the EPA and Shelby County. You know what? This brings us to the fact that the protesters, and I will repeat who they are: NAACP, Memphis NAACP, MCAP, Justin Pearson. Your narrative smells like a shakedown, not a quest for justice. You're scaring the people, and these people could have a better life, but you guys are selfish. You want money in your pockets. The real issue, this city is failing its people. Boxtown air quality and health crises are real, but pinning them on xAI is dishonest. The city has allowed polluters to operate unchecked for years. And now it's getting activists, it's letting the activists, NAACP, MCAP, Pearson, and his cronies, the media is allowing those activists to exploit the community's pain to target a company bringing jobs and innovation. xAI will bring jobs and innovation. And in the interim, those poor people who live in Boxtown, they're talking about selling their homes. And guess what's going to happen? They could potentially sell their homes, get pennies on the dollar, and then they won't have any money left to be able to buy a home in another part of the city. These people, NAACP, Pearson, MCAP, y'all need to stop scaring these people. The NAACP and Pearson, y'all are trying to push for a shutdown. You guys are shakedown artists. So here's what I want you guys to do. This is why I'm discussing this. I need you guys to demand the truth, demand that the media tell the truth. The local news must stop amplifying misleading claims and report the full story that xAI's turbines were a stopgap. Tesla Megapack batteries are here. They are here now. And the city's neglect is the real culprit. The city's neglect is the real culprit. They neglected the people in that community. Share my video, expose NAACP, expose Representative Justin Pearson, expose MCAP's agenda. Let's hold the city government accountable for Boxtown health crisis and stop the political attacks on xAI. Stop it. Clean air and jobs can coexist. So don't let the propaganda win. Let's go back and find out what Mike said. Mike, I appreciate you being here. Says, don't get me started about xAI. I wouldn't be surprised he pulls the plug on that facility. No, he won't. And move elsewhere. He has the funds. Fight the legal battles or pay for a move. So goes all the local good jobs with that. The local politicians would not share the full story. Like you said, so sad. But we got the power. We can expose them. Do those batteries have a long life? I'd be more worried about disposal of the batteries and not what they're protesting now. Just wondering. I think you should take that up with Elon himself. What is Mike saying? Absolutely true, Charlotte. Memphis is acting like AOC with Amazon, moving into her district. So she lost those good paying jobs. Nice job, Charlotte. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I'll tell you what, as long as you guys are there with me and we're fighting and we're exposing the truth, Elon's going to stay here. And one of the benefits that Elon gets is he's getting a location, a perfect location for distribution and perfect location for other companies to move here. You guys, I'm going to share what Nani said. Nani says, reckon Elon should take me to dinner and explain to her the details about those battery packs. I'll let you guys work that out. Guys, I appreciate you all joining me today. You have made my show very exciting. Thank you. You're all special to me. This is the end of my show. Just for today. So have a good weekend. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is Charlotte Bergman, host of Political Talker Charlotte. Bye, and thank you.